All around the world, World Vision works to protect vulnerable children. Children vulnerable from abuse, exploitation, food shortages, and even the weather. I'm here in what's sometimes called the coldest capital city on earth, Ulaanbaatar in Mongolia. Here, last night, it reached a chilling minus 37 degrees. And with a population that is still suffering from immense poverty, what happens to vulnerable children in a situation like that? Children who don't have a place to sleep, don't have much food to eat, where do they go to get warm? While outside, it's reaching about minus 20 degrees at the moment. It's about 8 p.m. at night. I'm down in a much warmer area, which is underneath the city of Ulaanbaatar. Ulaanbaatar has an incredible central heating system. But for people who do not have places to live, particularly vulnerable children, this is where they end up overnight to try and keep warm, to keep away from these deathly cold winters. But this is a really unsafe place to be. Only the people who are most desperate would end up coming down here. At the moment we're travelling just behind members of the Mongolian police force as they go on their nightly checks of the tunnels and passages that line the streets of Ulaanbaatar. We're driving along and every now and then stopping and pulling over and checking particular manholes and areas where people can get in close to parts of the central heating system for warmth. The problem is, this might provide some warmth overnight, but it provides a whole bunch of other terrible situations. A lot of people are injured or hurt from the heating system, and a lot of children are incredibly vulnerable. Vulnerable to being exploited, or vulnerable to trafficking, and all sorts of things. We've just been to a centre where some of the children who are pulled out of these tunnels stay while World Vision and Mongolian officials reunite them with their family. It's incredible to think that just a few nights ago those children who were there playing and just being normal kids were sleeping in tunnels just like this. Underlying a lot of these issues is the poverty that remains in Mongolia. More and more people are moving to the city in search of work, but that doesn't always work out so well, and they end up in really desperate situations and move underground for warmth during the winter. The centre's not an amazing place. It's a very simple building, simple rooms and simple kitchen, but it has the distinct sound of children laughing and running through the hallways, which is an amazing thing compared to what these children were doing just a few days before, living in the tunnels underneath this city. Now the shelter and the centre is not a long-term solution, and that's why World Vision works with the Mongolian authorities to reunite these children with their families and try and address the issue that separated them to begin with. So while this centre is just a stepping stone, for many of these children, it's where their life takes a drastic change for the better.